As a chief executive of a private hospital in the central London market, we were looking at how could we stand out above our competitors. So one of the areas we considered as a management team was customer service would be something that we should focus on, and that possibly would give us a competitive edge. Kind of looked at the hotel industry and felt that if we could model ourselves on a five-star hotel such as Claridge's and mirror a lot of the good things they do, because there's a similarity between a private hospital and a hotel, then that is something that we would like to pursue. We didn't really know how we would need to do that. Fortunately, we were put in touch with Bridge Training and Dale Smith. He was quite clear in that you need to look at a culture change within the organisation. It's about service excellence, so it's a transformation of the whole. We wanted to have consistent 24/7 service excellence throughout the organisation. So that was the end goal. The program was developed rather than a pure training program. It was more an educational program for both staff and the organisation itself. It was a real insight into an organisation's culture, and how an organisation behaves is really a collective of the people that it employs. Bridge were exceptional in helping us understand the essence of an organisation's behaviour. It's the people within it that demonstrate its beliefs, its values. It was very clear to us from the beginning that from a strategic point of view it was going to be a fairly long, hard road, but certainly if we were able to get the staff on board, would lead to that transformational cultural change that we were looking for. Well, like any of these programs, in the beginning you've got people that support the program, you get those that sit on the fence, they're not too sure what they are getting themselves into, or the organisation's getting into, and then you have those that are opposed to the program for whatever reason. The program was tailored around more the motivational side. Bridge is identifying with the staff and listening to them about their thoughts, ideas, what they felt the values of the organisation were, and what their beliefs were. By Module 3, this was now probably sort of 6 to 9 months into the program, we really started to see how staff had engaged and were making the difference because it was fun. We made it compulsory for every staff member to attend. That feedback came through patients, it came from consultants themselves, and it came from other organisations that would come on our site to visit, and they would notice that there was something remarkably different about the hospital and its staff, and how friendly they were, how professional they were, right through from every touch point. And after the first year, it was clearly evident that we were starting to be noticed as being a hospital that was making leaps and strides going forward, to the point where other hospitals were asking, what is it that you're doing that's changing the landscape? As a management team, it was a collective in terms of understanding that we really wanted to be a hospital of choice. This was about us as a family. It's about the whole organisation going on the same journey. People suddenly realised that this is not only about how they behave at work, but it's how they behave outside of work, most importantly with their friends and their colleagues. And most people who work in healthcare are passionate about what they do. Staff suddenly began to take a lot more interest in helping colleagues at work, not saying it isn't my problem or it's that department's fault, but working together and getting to know each other. It was a mixture of staff right across the organisation. It wasn't by department. It brought the whole hospital together. When you start to see that as a leader and you have happy staff, it makes for happy patients. At the end of the second year, it was quite clear our activity had increased substantially, our revenues had increased, our profits had increased. We were able to invest a lot more into the organisation and its infrastructure, but more importantly, we were able to invest in our staff as well through pay rises and corporate bonuses and such like. That was clearly, in my mind, as a result of our engagement with Bridge. If I was to give advice to any other chief executives who are looking to embark on a similar transformation employee engagement program, it's about listening to the staff. You've got to take on board their views and thoughts. They often have a lot better knowledge and ideas of what's happening on the ground floor than you necessarily will. Talking to staff about the program and listening to them and their ideas, I think, is key to understanding and developing a successful program.